Hello and welcome to another edition of K's and Creations. We're focusing on a quick and healthy Italian wedding soup. We ended up finding some harvest grains from Trader Joe's. It's a blend of couscous and orzo. Traditionally, in Italian wedding, it is orzo. Then we also had some mirepoix, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So the first step you're going to do is you're going to take 1 tablespoon of olive oil over medium-high heat in a stock pot. You're going to bring that up to a nice heat. While that's cooking or heating up, you're going to go ahead and take your meatballs and quarter them. These were frozen, so we ended up defrosting them a little bit. Some other ingredients in the soup include spinach, chicken broth, Italian seasoning, some Parmesan cheese, some apple cider vinegar. I think the recipe calls for red wine vinegar. We only had apple ciders, but it's going to give us the same thing that we're looking for, which is just a brightness and flavor. And then 2 cloves of garlic. Now, I don't know if you know about how to separate easily the skin from the garlic. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to take the clove, you're going to put it on your cutting board, you're going to use your knife, and you're just going to press down on it. That separates the skin. Go ahead and separate it quickly, and then go ahead and mince that down. Once you've got that all done, your pot should be nice and warm. So again, mirepoix is a combination of carrots, onion, and celery that's been diced into a real fine. You're going to go ahead and add that to your pot. You want to let that heat up and cook for about 7 to 8 minutes or until the vegetables start to soften. After they've been doing that for about 8 minutes, go ahead and add your garlic. And you're going to just add your garlic. You want to just cook it for about 30 seconds. You do not want to add your garlic to the beginning vegetables just because they do cook quicker. So as that's been cooking for about 30 seconds, go ahead and add your Italian seasoning, which is about 1 teaspoon. Go ahead and stir that around. And now you want to do is you want to add your 32 ounces of chicken broth. Stir that around, and then you want to bring that to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, go ahead and add your 3/4 cup of grains or couscous. And you're going to let that cook. After it's boiled, you're going to let that simmer. You're going to let that cook for about 10 minutes or until the grains start to soften. After it's done that, go ahead and add your meatballs. All we're doing here is we're just trying to heat them up. Stir that around. Go ahead and add your spinach. The great thing about spinach is, yes, it looks like a lot, but after it's cooked for a while, it actually just wilts down to almost, but it still brings in a lot of nutrients, especially in this kind of dish. So as you can see, the spinach went down quite a bit. It wilted quite a bit. And that took about maybe 30 seconds to about a minute. From there, we're going to go ahead and add our teaspoon of vinegar. A little bit of salt. Again, the vinegar is just going to bring out the brightness. It's going to bring out some acidity to the soup and bring out this, and the salt's going to counterbalance that. So from there, we put that into a nice little bowl. These dishes that we're creating are good for 2 people. There it is. You're going to finish it with some Parmesan cheese. And once that's all complete, serve it as is. Again, these dishes are for 2 people, and you can find the recipe at plantobefit.com/blog. Thank you.